Why most influencers are broke. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I decided to sit down and do a topic I'm not used to doing here on my channel. And for today's video, I'm going to share 5 mistakes, like 5 mistakes I personally made when I started all this social media journey. So it's kind of 5 things I wish I knew earlier about being an influencer or a content creator, and this actually leads to why most influencers are broke. So my very first mistake I wish I knew when I started all this social media thing is knowing the business side of it. Like when I started my YouTube channel, I started it as kind of a hobby, you know, kind of something I love doing. I never saw it as something that could be a business or something that could yield in money until I think 2 years after. That was when I actually knew, like, oh my gosh, people can actually make a living off of this whole, you know, influencer thing. And I would say I probably realized it very, very late. Apart from just YouTube monetization, you guys, there's a lot of business adventures that you can do using your social media influence or being a content creator. It's very, very appalling when you spend all this time, you film, you think about what to film, you edit, you upload, and you keep doing it without actually knowing the business part of all this. And the reason why I decided to do this video is because I feel like it's going to help a lot of people, even influencers and also people who want to join into this whole, you know, social media influencer thing. And my second mistake is all about PR, like PR packages. For me, I feel like most PR companies are scam, you guys. And if you're not familiar with what PR is, it's all about a company sending you their products. You know, let's assume a company has this pen right here, and instead of them to pay you to market or to promote this pen for them, they would just be like, oh, well, we just want to send you a PR package. You know, it's kind of, they're telling you it's in your hands. If you use it and you like it, you can feature it in your video, or if you don't like it, you might not. You know, you should just like, they're just putting the fate of the product in your hand. And majority of the time, because like when I started receiving PR, I was like, wow, these people are really taking risks. But no, they are actually not, because if you think about it, some companies actually do more PR packages than sponsored posts. You know, let's assume, especially all these big brands, you know, they feel like it's a privilege to send you their products, for you to use their products in their videos, and they don't see the need to pay you to use their product. That's why majority of them use PR packages. And if you come to think of it, if a company like Too Faced or Anastasia send you a product, of course, you know their product is a high quality, and you know you're definitely 99% of the time you're going to fall in love with the product. And of course, once you fall in love with a product, you know you always want to use it. And that is exactly how they make their money, because when they send you PR packages without paying you for that, you go ahead, you try it, and if you like the product, you use it in your videos. You find out that you're sending sales, you're sending people all the way from your channel or from your Instagram or wherever you're posting your video. You know, you're sending traffic, you know, from your source to their source, and at the end of the day, you don't even get paid for that. They actually know what they're doing. Don't think that they are just sending you products because they like you, or because it's all about the promotion, it's all about the traffic. And majority of the time they tell you, oh, we're just a small company. And the worst is when you know that the company is not actually a brand new company. Some of these companies have been around for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, and they send you an email telling you, we're just a new company, we're just starting out, and we will appreciate it if you can do this particular review for us for free, and then, you know, we can come back to you when we have budget. Like, come on now, I promise you, once those companies have budget, they're going to go to the bigger ones, or to the ones they feel like are worthy to be paid, you know. Especially when you do free promo for some brands, they always see it, they just capitalize on it. And especially when they get your address, you just stay like this, you start receiving unnecessary PR products without them paying you or anything. Alright, so the third thing I wish I knew earlier when I started this whole social media thing is asking for collaborations. Of course, collaborations it's kind of a two-way thing. I believe these days there's much people don't do collaborations no more, but there was a time on YouTube where collaboration was just everything. You know, if you like somebody, you can reach out to them. Oh, do you want to collaborate with me, and things like that. I remember I sent a couple of people emails for collaboration, and majority of them ignored me when I was coming up. I guess because I had acne, or I don't understand. It's funny because fast forward to 2019, I'm not boasting or anything, but like when I go back, some of them are not even on YouTube no more. Some of them, you know, are out of YouTube, and some of them are still, you know, struggling with their channel. So I would really say that if it's possible, just focus on your craft, you know, film your videos, look for viral videos, quality videos, film your videos, do your thing yourself, you know, unlike asking people. I never asked like big YouTubers for collaboration because that one was just too much for me. I always cringed thinking of that, so I would rather reach out to people I feel like I'm on the same level with. And yeah, so the fourth thing I wish I knew earlier when I started this whole social media thing is all about teamwork. I know you guys just know me, you guys always watch Omabelle, but right now I have a lot of people working under me, and you guys, I'm talking of virtual assistants. It's very important. I can't even stress how having a team, like, it's helped me so much, especially for the fact that I'm a mom, I'm a wife, you know, juggling all these things, filming, editing, uploading, doing all these things, and also taking care of the home. It's always very, you know, they're all jammed together. And I would say this past year has really been a blessing to me, because I never actually knew that virtual assistants are very cheap, you guys. I'm talking of like $2 an hour. Yes, $1.50 an hour, and you can have somebody monitor your emails, you can have somebody reply to your emails, you can have somebody reply to your comments. It all depends on what you want them to do. Most of the time I receive emails from brands, and I'll be like, oh, I will get back to it later, and weeks will go by, months will go by, and I don't get a chance to reply to all my emails. And by doing that, I was missing out. Like, I was missing out on a lot of deals, you know, on a lot of sponsorships. And by the time I finally get the time to get on my email and reply, majority of the campaign have already passed, and you find out you're missing a lot of money. Like, why go through all these things? You try as much as possible to use good lighting, to upgrade your camera, your everything, you know. You want to make sure your video is a very nice, high quality video, and then when the deals come in that can, you know, replenish your pocket, you don't even have the chance to reply or to email the company back. So that is why I always stress you guys, if you're up to a certain level that you can't monitor your emails no more, just try as much as possible to use virtual assistants. They are very affordable. $2, $1.50, and for an hour $3. It all depends on, you know, the sites you use. And the fifth and final thing I wish I knew earlier is building my own brand. And when I'm talking about brand, I'm not talking of Omabelle and, you know, this whole social media thing. I'm talking of like putting your name on a product or selling something, you know, apart from just depending on brands. Because if you think about it, this whole thing is not promising, you know. It's a good business, but it's not promising. It's not like, okay, you know, it's not like people that work from 9 to 5, you know, okay, 9 to 5, at the end of the month you have is a particular amount you make, you know. But with this one, a month might come, you might have an overflow of sponsorships, and then some months will come in, it's so dry, nothing at all. So just think about it. You have bills to pay, you have things to do, and you're just relaxed, waiting for brands to reach out to you, or waiting for YouTube AdSense to pay you. And you guys know, when it comes to AdSense, that one is a whole different topic, because you get views and it all depends on your CPM, and it's just a whole mess, you know. So depending on YouTube views to pay your bills, or depending on sponsorships to pay your bills is not enough. You have to get into something else. For me, I feel like if you're into this, you also need to have a side hustle. I just joined real estate, I would say 2 years ago, which is such a blessing because it's kind of, I make money from here and then I invest in properties. Like what better thing to do, you know? Instead of me to just keep my money in the bank and just let the bank use my money to do their turnover, I'd rather just invest it in properties and things like that. And also when it comes to merchandise, I'm thinking of coming out with my own thing, you know, so I won't just be depending on brands and AdSense and sponsorships and things like that. You just have to come up with your own thing, sell a merch, sell something, sell ebook, do a course. There's a lot of ways you can make money on social media that you just don't need to rely on brands and sponsorships and AdSense to make your money. Like, I'm so happy because I just, you know, recently diversified into different things. You need different streams of income. Yeah, you guys, I believe that is all there is to this video. I just wanted to do this video because I keep thinking about it, like things I wish I knew when I started this whole social media earlier. I wish I knew all these things, and by now I probably would have been a millionaire. At least if you watched this video and you're an influencer, you already know the 5 things, the 5 mistakes you shouldn't make. Yeah, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and till my next one, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.